Good morning and welcome to the WEX Wakeup. I'm Christy Matino. Breaking this morning, former representative and women's rights pioneer Pat Schroeder has died at the age of 82. Schroeder, a Democrat from Colorado, died on Monday night of a stroke. That's according to her former press secretary, Andrea Camp. She was a trailblazer for women's and family rights and was also the first woman to be elected by the U.S. House of Representatives. Schroeder was the first woman to serve on the House Armed Services Committee. She was elected to Congress in 1972 and retired in 1997. And Trump's visit to Iowa targeted education. Former President Trump spoke in Davenport, Iowa on Monday. This visit comes just days after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who's Trump's chief rival for the GOP nomination, also spoke in the state. In recent weeks, DeSantis has come under scrutiny for banning an AP African American Studies course. Now Trump is joining the education conversation. He laid out his education policies during his trip.
The long-term goal, but now it's a short-term goal of breaking up the federal Department of Education and redistributing its functions to the states.
The former president also taking aim at President Joe Biden, once again claiming the 2020 election was stolen.
We got more votes than any sitting president in history by a lot, by millions. They say the other guy got 80. I don't think so. He did one hell of a job from his basement.
And Biden is announcing the first phase of a nuclear submarine deal with Australia and the United Kingdom. The president announced on Monday Australia would purchase at least 3 nuclear-powered submarines from the U.S. as part of a trilateral national security agreement with the U.K. The deal, called AUKUS for short, invests in the 3 countries' defense forces amid efforts to counter China's influence. Biden also hit home the point that the submarines are nuclear-powered, not nuclear-armed.
Australia is a proud non-nuclear weapon state and is committed to stay that way. These boats will not have any nuclear weapons of any kind on them.
Now, first steps include a series of port visits this year, the formation of submarine rotational forces by 2027, and Australia buying up to 5 submarines by 2030. Millions of visitors come to see the Lincoln Memorial each year, but what's been hidden all this time is the undercroft beneath the memorial. Well, thanks to a big renovation and a large donation, visitors will soon be able to see the undercroft. Here's what we can expect as construction begins this month. Step into the undercroft and back in time. The cavernous area beneath the memorial is being turned into a museum.
We'll talk about the construction of the Lincoln Memorial and how the memorial's meaning has changed over time.
Mike Litteris with the National Park Service says the undercroft will be transformed into a 15,000-foot exhibit space.
The Lincoln Memorial, more than any other of the sites in Washington, has evolved over time. It has become sort of the de facto location for national celebrations, and it is the premier place in America where people go to demonstrate.
And you can watch the full story on the Lincoln Memorial renovations over on the Washington Examiner YouTube page. And that's the news on the WEX Wakeup. Be sure to follow us online and on social media so you stay in the know of all the headlines trending in politics.